Welcome to the deep dive. So, have you ever just pictured a life, where money worries just vanish, where looking at your bank balance is actually okay, maybe even good, and opening mail isn't stressful? It's something almost everyone wants, I think. Real financial abundance, being completely debt free.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge aspiration for so many people. And today, we're looking at a very specific take on getting there. Our source is actually a question that came in from a listener, Delara, in Belgium. She asked Rhonda Byrne, from The Secret on her YouTube channel. And Delara's goal was really clear: manifest serious financial abundance and just wipe out debt.
Great. So, our mission here is to really unpack Rhonda Byrne's method. It's quite unique, isn't it? Purely mental, based on her answer to Delara. Okay, yeah, let's get into it.
So Byrne kicks things off by saying, first, you need to figure out what in your life right now is telling you that you don't have abundance, or what's telling you you're not debt-free. She literally asks, what is it?
Okay, so she wants you to pinpoint those like tangible moments, the things that make you feel the lack. She mentions checking your ATM balance, seeing a low number.
Exactly. Or looking at bank statements, getting those bills in the mail, those kinds of things.
But why start there? Why focus on the negatives first? Seems a bit counterintuitive, maybe?
Well, that's actually key to her whole approach, because for her, those aren't just external facts, they're reflections of your thoughts.
Yeah.
The core of her method is what she calls all the mental work.
hmm
She says you take each of those negative things, the bill, the statement, whatever, and you have to reverse them in your mind right then and there. She really hammers home that it all starts in the mind. So the change has to start there too.
Ah, okay. So it's not just wishing, it's like an active mental reprogramming. Can you give an example? Like, what do you actually do in your mind with, say, a bank statement that looks grim?
Sure. So if the statement screams not enough money, her instruction is quite literally see your bank statements in your mind as financial abundance. You're consciously projecting your desired reality onto it, mentally speaking. And for debts, same idea. She says, see the balance of zero in your mind. And the timing is crucial. The second you catch a negative money thought, bam, reverse that thought.
Wow, okay. That sounds like it needs real focus, constant vigilance almost. Does she give any like practical tips for actually doing that reversal on the spot, especially when those negative thoughts feel so automatic?
She does offer a specific technique, something she apparently used herself. She calls it the 3 times affirmation. Basically, you take the reverse positive thought, the reality you want, and you say it 3 times. The idea is that repetition helps cancel out the erroneous thought, as she puts it. So if you think, ugh, I can't afford that, you immediately counter it like, I can afford that, I absolutely can afford that, and presumably a third time, for good measure, based on the name.
Okay, the three times rule. And she had another example for bills, right? It's something pretty much everyone deals with.
Yeah, exactly. If the thought pops up, I can't pay my bills, the reversal is, I can pay my bills, I can pay my bills, I can pay every single one of my bills.
Mm.
It's that deliberate, repeated mental assertion. You're actively trying to overwrite the limiting belief with the desired outcome.
Okay, this is maybe the most interesting bit for me. After all that mental heavy lifting, the visualizing, the reversing, the affirming, she says, your work is that. That's your job done. And then she says,
And then she says, let the universe work out how.
right, just let the universe figure it out. What does that actually mean for someone trying to, pay rent or get out of debt? That delegation part.
Well, that's where her approach really diverges from, say, standard financial planning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It suggests this deep trust in something bigger. Your job, according to her, is purely the mental creation part, setting the intention, feeling the reality of it, the how, the specific steps, the opportunities, the solutions that actually bring the money in or clear the debt. That's not your worry. That's left to the universe or whatever you want to call that larger force. It kind of frees you up from the logistical stress, supposedly.
So the big takeaway from Byrne here seems to be this almost radical focus on the mind, consistent mental reversals, affirmations, and then this profound faith that the how will just sort of materialize.
Yeah, the total shift. Internal state first, external actions. Well, maybe secondary or
That's right.
orchestrated by the universe.
So thinking about this purely mental focus, what does this bring up for you, listening in? What parts of your own financial picture do you feel might be really shaped by your thoughts? And maybe what parts still feel like they need that concrete external action, even if the universe is supposedly handling the how? Something to chew on.